Friends, today I am going to discuss a general belief of and general grievances of the MSME people that banks do not give loan to small borrowers. In fact, banks are always ready to finance big borrowers and big companies, and they do not encourage small borrowers to take loans. See, if it is the experience of so many people, we must say it can be true. But it is my experience also that small borrowers do not go to bank well prepared. See, basically, business of the bank is to lend money. The basic definition of banking company in India is accepting deposits for the purpose of lending. So bank cannot just accept deposit and keep it with you. It has to accept deposit for the purpose of lending. So lending is a compulsion for bank. Then how bank can say that we are not lending to A, where we are lending only to B, C, D, E. So we have to first ask ourselves why bank has said no to me. My experience in last 40 years is the MSME people do not approach bank in a right way or in a systematic way, a well thought process. They just see I want loan, they go to the bank, fill up the form. There is no homework done. There is no documentation done. So what is important that every person must first think what will bank ask me? Do I have answers to all the questions? For that you must know what banks will ask you, and for that purpose you must understand the process of sanctioning loan policies of the bank first, and then go to bank. And if at all you feel that bank is not giving, then your contention is right. But my experience in last 40 years is as I said, people go to bank in a very haphazard manner. What should we do? When you go to the bank, first you think if you want to go to bank in July, you must start working from January. You must know what banks will ask you. What banks ask you? Bank wants their prescribed form. In that form, what is written? Your experience, your past performance of your company, then your need and your capability of repayment. Lastly, the security. What is important for you is you must define your need first and justify it. I will give you a small example. A person came to me. He was running a cake shop and wanted a loan for around 10 lakhs rupees to purchase additional set of machinery to enhance his production. I saw his balance sheet and he said, so I prepare around 100 cakes per day, generally half a kg piece, and I sell it for 200 rupees per piece, or maybe less than that. We were just working technically. What are the ingredients? What is the cost of production of one batch of, say, 72 cakes per batch? So we were studying 72 batch. What is the raw material needed? What is the time required? Then what are the other, like cream, garnishing, all these things, chocolate, packaging, boxing, wrapping paper, gift paper. So we calculated the things, and he said, I asked him what are the administrative expenses. He said, I pay rent of 50,000 rupees per month. The 50,000 rupees rent per month, that means you are paying 6 lakhs rupees a rent per year, plus your salary around 20,000 rupees per month. So 2,40,000 rupees salary per year. So total taken together 8,40,000 rupees plus around 2 lakhs rupees electricity bill. So goes to around 10 lakhs. Considering all other expenses, raw material and his profit, grossly he must be selling around 20 lakhs rupees per year. नहीं सर इतना नहीं बचता है. So this is a self-contradictory statement she is making. So if he is selling something worth 20 lakhs rupees per year, then where is GST? And when bank says, sir, we cannot give the loan, he will try to, banks ऐसा ही है, छोटे लोगों को लोन नहीं देता है. I had a very confrontation with him. Sir, you are telling me lies, or you are not giving me full information, or you are not aware of this. When you are crossing a threshold limit and you are not having GST number, your rental agreement is not registered, how can bank give you the loan? So therefore, what is the first important thing is you study your cases. What is the condition in which you are working? You correlate your facts with your papers. What is your balance sheet saying? What balance sheet says and what is reflected in the bank statement? You may say, yes, sir, I have 20 lakhs rupees sale. I am paying GST. What is reflected in bank account? 35 lakhs. Again, self contradiction. So, this is the first step, preparing yourself, your documentation to be presented to bank. All documents, all facts should be on the same platform. They should be correlated, and when they are counter checked, they should be self-explanatory, that there is no loophole, there is nothing hanky-panky, not you are not hiding anything, you are not overstating anything. Then comes the point of what you need. You need machinery. When you need machinery, then that means your production will go up. When your production goes up, you will need extra raw material. So do you have money for procuring that raw material? So when you purchase new machinery, your production capacity goes up. You will definitely need higher working capital limit. So you approach to bank with application for term loan as well as working capital, duly calculated and explained in a nice way, systematic way, which is self-explanatory. There is no loophole in between. It should be systematically drawn and arithmetically correct, logically correct. Then you must understand what is the bank procedure. See, in banks, generally in PSU banks, there are hierarchy. Branch level, there is certain limit authority given to the bank manager to sanction the loan, so that small people can get loan immediately then and there. Higher loans are given, proposals are submitted, forwarded to higher authorities, maybe area office, zonal office, circle office. And now again for MSME, every bank has got MSME lending section separately. So higher proposals are scrutinized at higher level based on the recommendation and observations of the branch manager. So your proposal, it will be presented to the higher authorities with the recommendation or observations of the bank manager. So your bank manager must know your business and your proposal and you in person very well, and he should be able to write positively in respect of your proposal. For that, you have to provide all favorable material, and whatever negative things are existing in your account or in your business, maybe your rental agreement is not registered, maybe you don't have PF or ESIC, then there should be some explanation which will definitely cover your lapse, or you should be able to say that it is not a lapse, we are not these laws are not applicable. So if it should be that way foolproof, so that bank manager can recommend positively for you. Thirdly, what bank sees? Bank, every loan is an asset. It is a loan to you. That means asset to the bank. So bank says whether investing in this particular loan account is profitable and safe for the bank. For example, when you go and purchase some mobile or car or any gadget, you compare what is the performance of this asset, this machinery, this car, this mobile set. You compare with other brands. You compare with your other friends, and under recommendation you fix the item to be purchased, so that your investment doesn't go waste. Similarly, banks also see that investing in the factory of Atul Donde will not go waste. It will generate revenue for bank by way of interest. It will generate some business to the bank, maybe some salary accounts of this company, maybe some other vendors will come to me, and at the same time this person will be able to repay as per the schedule given to the borrower in the sanction letter. These are the basic things banks will see. It is called as risk rating. So risks are innumerous. There are a lot of fields where risks are there. There is business risk, then there is a risk of technology. Your product should be such that technological developments in the economy, in the world, should not hamper adversely to your business. Maybe life of that asset of product. For example, now there is a ban on one-time use plastics, and you are going for any production which is probably banned by government. So life of that product, your finished product, is very shaky. Banks will not give you the loan. So you have to see that your proposal, your products are also capable of saying, convincing the bank, this is the product. If your product is such that it is vulnerable to technology, new technology comes, your product will not be accepted by the customers. Then, of course, bank will treat your product as high risk. Similarly, if you are having less experience, or if there is a very cutthroat competition, bank will treat it as a risky proposal. Important thing is your past record, that is CIBIL record. CIBIL is the first thing that banks always see. Although people say CIBIL is the only thing, but CIBIL is a very important thing. CIBIL says what is your past attitude of paying, repaying. If there are continuous defaults, if there are continuous delays, then naturally no new person can venture into investing in you. So before approaching the bank, see that your CIBIL score is perfect and your bank account operations are perfect. Your CIBIL score is perfect. You are borrowing from A and paying to B. Your CIBIL score will remain same. It will remain good, but your financial position is not good, because for paying one EMI, you are borrowing from somebody else. So your financial statement should support your CIBIL score. Many bank people, many bank managers do not tell you that, but they infer from your balance sheet that he is maintaining his CIBIL score by borrowing from somebody else, which is not reflected in. Maybe you are not paying your wages properly, but paying EMI in time, or maybe you are paying GST late, but paying your EMI properly, or maybe you are not paying your vendor first, but paying your EMI first. For bank, it is a good attitude. But as a businessman, the risk is the same, whether you are defaulting in bank or defaulting in GST. Default is default. So your financial conditions should support your CIBIL score. If all these things are there, then I don't think bank managers will have any hesitation in recommending or proper sanctioning of your loan. Another very popular mistake, very common mistake that is made is fitting your project in the bank scheme, or in the scheme of CGTMS, no collateral, less collateral, or unsecured, CGTMSE, those type of things. See, don't put your project, your needs as per the schemes available. You put your needs properly, genuinely, and search for a scheme which can be helpful to you. Because when you go for CGTMSE, no collateral, or like that, then there is a upper limit of investment, maybe 10 lakhs, 20 lakhs, 15 lakhs, whatever it is. So CMEPG, PMEPG, lot of schemes are there, but they have got upper limit of how much investment you can make. Then naturally, then bank will not ask for if you are fitting into that. But to fit into that, if you compromise in your project cost, if you compromise in your planning, then ultimately it will come to the notice of bank during the processing time, and bank will ask for certain other explanation, and you will come to you will be in a fix whether to go for CGTMSE or whether to go for collateral. Basically, I would suggest that going for some favors is not a good approach at all. If you want to do the business, do it on your own capability. Don't rely on the support that is given. Support, if it is available and easily possible for you to get, definitely you have to get. But support should not be the goal. Your goal should be to start a business in the right profession. If you need 20 lakhs, you have to raise 20 lakhs. You cannot say, "Na, abhi 10 lakh mein CGTMS mein baithta hai, so I will do it in 10 lakhs." It will not work, and bank will also not give any sanction. They will say, "We cannot give the loan." They will not justify. They will not educate you why why they are not giving you the loans. But they will say, "Sir, proposal is turned down." So basically, what is important is you analyze your needs and you approach in a most favorable way. Don't ask for any favor at the beginning. First, be the giver. Give some business to bank. Give some good. Not business doesn't mean something loan also. If you are having good account, good FDs, family accounts, good current account for last 3-4 years, it's also good business. Good relations with the bank. Having locker with the bank. So it's a good way. Employee salary accounts it's also good business. So first of all, try to oblige the bank and then go to bank. If you go to bank and get under the obligation, bank will always be hesitant. Now coming back to our main statement of banks give loan to rich people first. One day my friend came to me with a newspaper. See, this man 250 crores डुबा दिया बैंक का. The same bank had turned down my application for 25 lakhs. अभी उसको बैंक का 225 करोड़ गया. What happened? बैंक कंपनी डूब गई, बैंक का पैसा डूब गया. ठीक है, I was just listening. After 5-10 minutes, I just asked him, कि अरे I think you had also invested some FD in this account, ना, in this company. या मेरा भी 2 लाख रुपया गया. So see, when you say banks give loan without any working, they just give liberally to higher people, rich people. Okay, accepted. Then why who forced you to give 2 lakhs rupees to that company instead of investing in your company? You were also tempted to invest 2 lakhs rupees of your hard-earned money in this company that is lost. You don't have any security. Bank has got certain security. Bank has some documentation. Originally, bank must have given him 300 crores, recovered 50 lakhs, and now 250 is the balance. But you have lost entire 2 lakhs rupees. So there can be mistakes in judgment. I don't defend the bank, but just don't believe in get carried away by the flash news that banks give loan. This company has duped the bank for so many crores. The further developments are not reported in media, but not always the bank loses everything. But bank has got certain documents, certain securities with him, with the bank. So banks give. And when in the case of higher loans, there are committees, there are sanctioning bodies which are work in team. So a bank manager gives some recommendation, zonal office gives some recommendation, legal experts give some recommendation, technical experts give some recommendation, and based on all this collective information, the loan is sanctioned. In case of small people, the loan is sanctioned by bank manager itself. So he will definitely be afraid of his decision getting failed. He gives loan to Atul Donde, but Atul Donde doesn't pay the money. Ultimate responsibility comes to the bank manager. So for small loan, he himself takes the decision of granting loan. In big loans, he just a recommending authority or giving the facts, not necessarily recommendations also. Sometimes he just gives the facts, account opening, date of account opening, date of collecting the entire documents, giving the report that account is operated nicely, this and that. So he will not recommend or he will not give proper sanction. It is not his decision. It is a decision of some higher committees. So that is the basic difference between sanctioning of loan to poor people or small people and big people. The bank manager himself takes the decision, so he will always be careful. Again, it depends on the personality. Some bank managers are aggressive in nature. They want to develop. They have got good confidence, command over their work. So they feel like this proposal is viable and bank wants the loan. Otherwise, this another bank is going to give the loan. So the person takes decision fast and gives the loan. Some bank managers are conservative or they are not so much aggressive, not in the nature of risk taking. So they will make some delays. But if your paper speaks well, then there is no reason why bank shouldn't give you the loan. So be prepared. If your papers today are not fit, postpone your decision for investment. Postpone your decision for expansion. Keep your papers straight, make them straight, improve your balance sheet ratios, improve your workability, improve the turnover, and then with some positive signs in your business, in your financial papers, in your CIBIL, with your customer records, with your banking records, you will be then you approach the bank, because postponing the decision is in your hand. It is not compulsion. If it is so much compulsion, then you have to invest your own money. There is no other go. But if your performance today is not proper, then please do not approach the bank when your papers are not very strong. Make them strong and then go to bank. Definitely it will help you.